Alex Caruso has been traded to the OKC Thunder for Josh Giddey. Yeah, you heard that right. A straight up Alex Caruso for Josh Giddey swap just happened. And honestly, this is one of the most unexpected trades that I've ever seen. But at the same time, I hear a lot of people hating on it, but it kind of makes sense for both teams. Now, I know that Josh Giddey isn't exactly the greatest person, but just hear me out in this video. Let's get right into it. First things first, I'll cover the Thunder side of this because they seem to have upgraded substantially. They didn't really need a playmaker on their roster since they already have Shea, they have J-Dub, and their spacing as it is great. Josh Giddey was basically useless on the team. And now they traded him away. He was arguably the team was worse when he was on the court because of his defense. So they trade him for a basically only defending guard, but also a veteran with an NBA championship under his belt. Of course, with the Lakers back in 2020. Some comparisons of this trade have been to Iguodala signing with the Warriors at 2013, as he was also 30 at the time. And frankly, I do feel like that's a bit of a stretch, but Caruso's defense is going to be so huge on this Thunder team. This propels them into, okay, just look. Everyone's going to progress. You've got Shea, you've got both the J Dubs, you've got J Will, Poku, Chet. Obviously, I'm forgetting some more people, but this team is already stacked as it is, and it's going to improve. It's going to naturally improve. The players are going to get better over the summer. They're going to work better together. And now they just traded for the best defending guard in the league. It's looking extremely good in Oklahoma City right now. And honestly, if I had to grade this trade for them, A plus. There is no reason not to do this trade. You could argue that they even kind of finesse the Bulls. It's just perfect. It fits so well. And if you ask any NBA analyst out there, they're going to agree with me. This team has just become 10 times better. Literally, not even overnight, over day. Because this happened, I'm uploading this video at 3:30 or 6:30 Eastern time. The trade happened an hour ago at 2:30. It's ridiculous how good this trade is, and honestly, there will be more thoughts coming out in the more recent days. Maybe we're going to figure out that Caruso actually doesn't mesh well, or Josh Giddey takes a huge leap next year somehow. But for the time being, this trade looks amazing for the Thunder. Now, for the Bulls, on social media, let's just say that the Bulls fans weren't extremely happy about this. In fact, they hated this. John Antonelli, founder of Real Sports, which is it's a great app by the way, I would definitely recommend, said that the trade is horrible and he's crying tears of pain. I mean, honestly, you look at anyone, Stephen A. Smith says that it was just scary. KOT4Q, Kenny Beecham, the 2K YouTuber who also now runs IRL channels, has also agreed that this trade is scary and not in a good way. But I'd actually like to object to these points because what was there for the Bulls to lose? I'm just wondering. They're obviously not a win now team, and this might just be the first step in a rebuild. Josh Giddey is obviously still relatively young. He's 24 years old. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments below, but I'm pretty sure he's 24. And, he's got a bright future ahead of him. He's a great playmaking point guard. And before the season, the hype around him was crazy good. Now, he didn't develop the way that we were expecting him to, but that doesn't make him any worse of a player. In fact, it only shows that now he can develop more. Obviously his ball IQ is extremely high. He passes the ball so well, and people forget that he's not actually short. He's about 6'7", but he plays like a guard. I mean, that's exactly the type of build that you want. And you put him around, obviously, I'm going to assume that this Bulls team isn't going to stay the same by the end of the offseason, but if it does, then you put him around DeRozan, you put him around Levine, Vucevic. I mean, the Josh Giddey Nikola Vucevic combo might be deadly. Oh, that would be horrible, man. Oh man, I mean, you have Josh Giddey lobbing it up to Vooch. Yeah, that's just, oh, that's gonna create some great memes. But anyways, as I was saying, he might fit very well into this team. He's going to fit a lot better than we might think, and his development alongside Kobe White. Look, this team, assuming that they make some of the right trades this offseason, they're going to be very different next year, and in a good way. I actually like the direction that the Bulls are headed into, and even though some people are making this out to be absolutely a horrible trade, I don't really hate it. Okay, so I actually I'm recording this a bit later now, but Josh Giddey is only 21 years old. He literally has all-star potential ahead of him. He can score all right, and he can definitely pass great. And I didn't know he was only 21. That's extremely impressive because that just shows how much room he has to grow. For some closing final thoughts, I just want to say that it's interesting that from all the teams, the Thunder got Alex Caruso. And in return, Josh Giddey, I feel like there are definitely teams around the league that would be willing to pay a lot more for a player of Alex Caruso's defensive caliber. It's interesting that this ends up being the trade that they take because I can guarantee you that there were better trade offers around the league. I'm just wondering what other details of this trade haven't been announced yet. It's interesting. I mean, Alex Caruso for Josh Giddey, they're definitely not on the same caliber of play at all. Alex Caruso is head and shoulders above Josh Giddey. Why would the Bulls accept this deal instead of asking for a first rounder? The Thunder have an infinite amount of first round picks. They have an infinite times two amount of second round picks. Uh, I'm extremely confused, to be totally honest. If anyone does have a solution or any possible ideas of why the Thunder would fleece, I mean, fleece the Bulls like this, let me know. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Follow for all NBA offseason news. See ya.